It's been 27 years. A full generation has passed since the skies over Honduras turned a terrifying shade of gray, unleashing a storm that would forever alter the course of its history. On October 26, 1998, Hurricane Mitch, a monstrous Category 5 storm, slammed into Central America. While the winds were devastating, it was the rain that unimaginable, relentless rain that brought the true catastrophe. For days, it didn't stop, turning gentle streams into raging torrents and hillsides into deadly rivers of mud. Today, we're going back, not just to remember the tragedy, but to witness the incredible story of resilience that has unfolded in its wake. We'll explore how a nation, brought to its knees, found the strength to stand up again. Picture this: Tegucigalpa, the capital city, sliced in half by the furious Choluteca River. Neighborhoods that had stood for generations, simply gone, washed away in a torrent of mud and debris. The iconic photo of the Malil Bridge, twisted and broken, became a symbol of the nation's devastation. The storm stalled over the country, dumping up to 75 inches of rain in some areas. That's over 6 feet of rain. The infrastructure that had taken decades to build was erased in a matter of days. Roads, bridges, power lines, communication networks all gone. The human cost was staggering. Over 7,000 people in Honduras lost their lives, with thousands more missing, presumed buried under tons of mud. Entire villages vanished from the map. The economic impact was just as crippling, wiping out an estimated 70 to 80% of the country's crops, particularly bananas and coffee, the lifeblood of the Honduran economy. The World Bank estimated the damages at over $3.8 billion, a figure that nearly equaled the country's entire gross domestic product at the time. Honduras was, in the words of its president, set back 50 years. In the immediate aftermath, the world responded. International aid poured in. Rescue teams, doctors, and engineers arrived from all corners of the globe. It was a massive humanitarian effort, but the scale of the destruction was overwhelming. The first challenge was simply reaching the survivors. With roads and bridges destroyed, many communities were completely isolated, accessible only by helicopter. Food, clean water, and medical supplies were airlifted to desperate families who had lost everything. But the story of Mitch is not just one of victimhood. It's a story of incredible human spirit. Neighbors helped neighbors, sharing what little they had. Communities organized makeshift shelters and rescue brigades, digging through mud with their bare hands in the faint hope of finding survivors. This was the true first response to the unbreakable will of the Honduran people. As the floodwaters receded, they revealed a landscape of ruin. The daunting task of rebuilding began. This wasn't just about reconstructing buildings and bridges, it was about rebuilding lives, communities, and an entire economy. International organizations, working with the Honduran government, initiated long-term projects. A key focus was building back better. New infrastructure was designed to be more resilient. Bridges were built higher, riverbanks were fortified, and new housing developments were planned on safer, higher ground. A crucial part of this was the shift in disaster management. Before Mitch, the focus was on response reacting after the disaster hits. After Mitch, the paradigm shifted to prevention and mitigation. Early warning systems were dramatically improved. Community-based disaster preparedness programs were established, teaching people in vulnerable areas how to create evacuation plans and identify risks. You started seeing color-coded risk maps in community centers and schools, a direct legacy of the lessons learned from Mitch. Let's fast forward to today. What does Honduras look like 27 years later? If you visit Tegucigalpa now, you'll see a city that has been profoundly The Choluteca River is now lined with retaining walls. New, stronger bridges span its banks. You can see neighborhoods that were completely rebuilt, some with the help of international NGOs, standing as a testament to the recovery effort. But the scars remain. Some are visible, like the erosion on the hillsides surrounding the city, a constant reminder of the landslide risk. Others are invisible, etched in the memories of those who lived through it. Everyone of a certain age has a Mitch story. They remember where they were, who they lost, and the terror of the storm. It's a collective memory that binds the nation together. Economically, the recovery has been a long, hard road. The agricultural sector, which was decimated, took years to bounce back. farmers had to replant entire plantations. The diversification of the economy became a priority, with a growing focus on manufacturing and tourism to reduce the heavy reliance on a few key crops. One of the most powerful legacies of Hurricane Mitch is the empowerment of local communities. The storm revealed that top-down disaster management wasn't enough. Now, local emergency committees, known as CODMIS, are the backbone of Honduras's disaster response system. These are volunteers, teachers, shopkeepers, farmers trained to be the first line of defense. They monitor river levels, coordinate evacuations, and manage local shelters. They are the living legacy of Mitch, turning a story of vulnerability into one of strength and self. However, new challenges have emerged. Climate change is making extreme weather events more frequent and intense. In 2020, Honduras was hit by two major hurricanes, Eta and Iota, just 2 weeks apart. The devastation was immense, reopening old wounds and testing the resilience measures put in place after Mitch. While the loss of life was significantly lower thanks to better early warning systems and evacuation procedures, the economic damage was still massive. It was a harsh reminder that the fight for a safer future is an ongoing one. The story of Hurricane Mitch in Honduras is a complex tapestry of sorrow, resilience, and hope. It's a story of a nation that faced the abyss and chose to rebuild. It highlights the incredible strength of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable loss. It also serves as a critical lesson for the world in an age of increasing climate-related disasters. The importance of investing in prevention, building resilient infrastructure, and empowering local communities. The memory of 1998 will never fade, but it has been transformed. It's no longer just a memory of what was lost, but a powerful reminder of what has been rebuilt, what has been learned, and the enduring strength of the Honduran people. They have faced the worst that nature can throw at them and continue to look forward, building a more resilient nation for the generations to come. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back to Honduras. It's a story that deserves to be told and remembered.